Welcome to page 3 of your packet. Before we begin to plot on this coordinate plane, let's review. Here's a few basics. Please put this down on your paper. Remember, every ordered pair contains an x coordinate and a y coordinate, and there is a specific order. The x always comes first, and it controls the movement to the left or to the right. And the y always comes second, and it controls the movement either up or down the coordinate plane. Remember, here's our x-axis. Our positive values are to the right of the origin, and our negative are to the left. Here is our y-axis. Your positive values are above the origin and your negative values are below. Also, let's label our quadrants. Quadrant 1, and we use a Roman numeral. Quadrant 2, Quadrant 3, and Quadrant 4. Please label and take notes as I give them to you. Let's move on. We're going to plot these 4 points on the coordinate plane. Take a moment, pause your video, and plot the points on your own. You should have plotted your 4 points E, F, G, and H and connected the dots in order to form this quadrilateral known as a rectangle. The length of the rectangle is the longest dimension, and the width is the shorter dimension. In order to calculate the absolute distance from E to H, we're simply going to count the blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This has a length of 11. And as far as the width, 1, 2, 3. It is 3 units in width. Please label your diagram with an 11 and a 3. And if you need more time, pause the video and catch up. Let's begin with our task. Part B, name the quadrilateral. Well, we've already discussed this. Clearly, it's a rectangle. Letter C states, find the perimeter, the distance around the outside, and letter D, find the area on the inside. Well, let's make a T-chart in the open area on our page. We'll call this side perimeter and this side area. If you need a bit more time, you're welcome to pause the video in order to get all the notes. When we talk about perimeter, we're talking about the distance around the figure. We measure perimeter in linear units, like centimeters, inches, or even feet. In this particular case, we'll just use the generic label unit. And if you ask me what a linear unit looks like, basically a centimeter would look like that. An inch would be longer and might look like that. When we calculate perimeter, we basically add up the length of each side. Please write this down. 11, that's the top measurement, 11 units, plus 3, plus the bottom is 11, plus 3. Take a moment and add up the units. You can see that the perimeter is 28 units in length. You could actually count all the units right around the figure as you travel along the outside. Area is a different measurement of this rectangle. Area is a measurement of the flat surface on the inside of the figure. We measure area in square units. That's what a square unit looks like. You can measure area in a square centimeter, or you can write centimeter to the second power. That's another way to label a square centimeter. We can also measure area in a square inch, a square foot, and it goes on. In this case, it's just a square unit. We're going to use the formula for most quadrilaterals. Area equals base length times height or width. In this case, our base is, once again, 11. Our width, or our height, is 3. 11 times 3 is 33 square units. And remember, a square unit looks like this. You could actually go inside this rectangle and count the amount of square units inside. You're going to get 11 units for each row, and of course we have 3 rows, making our area 33 square units. This concludes page 3 of your packet.